And while you're dialing, I'm going to get Davina to explain a weird dream I had, one that came on, I have to say, after I'd eaten quite a lot of cheese. And in my dream, which was more like a nightmare, I was being stalked by a certain David Van Day.
Stalked by him?
Yes, as much as he was in my dream, that all the time. And I'd get up and go to the loo and come back and go back to see him. And you know what I mean? It was a nightmare.
OK.
So, and I'd only been working with him 2 days beforehand. Do you think there's a relation?
I'm going to mention about cheese first.
OK.
Cheese is actually really hard for the body to digest. So if you eat it late at night, it doesn't mean that cheese causes that, but it stimulates you to wake up more often because the body's working hard to digest the food.
Because I did wake up more often. I had a lousy night.
Yeah, so you tend to wake up during the dream period of sleep more, so it feels like you remember more dreams. That's the cheese thing.
OK.
The reason it's our dreams, my unconscious mind will use the most recent filing system that it is. So what your dream was about was nothing to do with David Van Day, particularly, right? It's about something that's niggling you. It's about something you're not dealing with, and it just used the most irritating character it could find in your recent filing cabinet in order to illustrate that for you. So it's actually not about him, it's about what's niggling at your life, what are you not dealing with, what's kind of getting at you that you're not facing.
So someone more irritating than David Van Day in my life.
Or some situation that's more irritating, that's irritating that you're not focusing. So it's not him, it's just your mind uses that as the best example.
But it is possible it could be him.
Well.
Enough from us. So no, we'll do an audience one, actually, seeing as we're in the audience here.
OK, well, next to me is Amy from Hull. So, Amy, what's your dream?
OK, I've had this dream, like, for years now about driving, trying to drive, and for some reason I can't. I actually had it before I could even drive, and I've been driving for years. I can't control the car, I can't control the brakes, accelerator.
Does it crash as well, or you're just...
Not really, but you know when one of them, you can't stop it, so you just have to keep going and trying to avoid other vehicles, trying to avoid people. And it's something that I just had for years, and it's just weird, but it's one of my only dreams that's reoccurring, so... remember it.
Dreams of cars, generally, cars are how we travel through life. So they're to do with our journey, our career, our progression through life. So I would imagine that when you have that dream is during times of your life where you feel very out of control, that you haven't got your direction sorted out, that you haven't, like, you know, you feel there's too much going on, you may be overstressed, or you're not in the right career path, or you're not following through your journey in life. And you'll notice that those dreams will turn up at more stressed periods when you're feeling really like, oh, I don't really know what to do about this, don't know what decision to make, don't know how to deal with this situation. Dealing with it is the dream's there to tell you to look at those aspects and get yourself on a good career path, sorting your life out and getting a clearer direction going ahead and getting out the rest so that you feel in control. So maybe do some relaxation, feel less stressed out.
I need to sort my life out.
Yeah, basically.
Get a job.
Yeah. Get a life.
Don't. We need all our viewers. Listen, thank you for that, Amy. And our Amy in the booth, what do people have to say? What are the questions we've got coming in?
We've got a lady called Sophie, and she's on line 1.
Morning, Sophie.
Morning, Matthew. Love the show.
Thank you very much. What are you dreaming about then, Sophie?
Right, I keep having a reoccurring dream. It's been going on for 3 years. It's about me chasing a baby. Very weird. I'm in a car park, and there's a multi-storey car park, and there's a baby that is just literally falling off the top of the roof.
Right.
It could be on a roller coaster, not belted in, and I'm just trying to save this baby from dying. And I do the most weird and wonderful things to try and save him, jumping through hoops and fire. But I wake up in a real hot sweat, and sometimes I'll just start screaming in my dream.
Do you succeed in saving the baby, Sophie?
No. I'm just constantly chasing it.
Sophie, do you have children?
I have a 1-year-old, but I've been having this dream previously to actually falling pregnant.
Yeah. One of the things, Sophie, is that the thing is you would have been pregnant sort of 9 months before the child, and you would obviously be thinking about pregnancy even before then. So this is quite a common maternal anxiety dream that you're having. So even though it happened before the baby, it was within a sort of context of time that would be related to that pregnancy. So it is about that. So really, it is about you trying to relax about your child, because of course, once a mother has a baby, their whole life changes, and it's all about trying to keep the child alive. And there's so many things that are fearful around that. So it is purely a stress, anxiety dream about your child. So anything you can do to kind of believe that your baby's safe, and as your child grows up and becomes more able to cope in the world itself and becomes more independent, you'll find that dream does disappear.
Brilliant. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
pleasure.
I find this stuff absolutely fascinating. I really do. Sophie, thank you for that. Amy, let's have another.
Okay, next call is Marlene, and she's online too.
Morning, Marlene.
Good morning.
Hi there. Thanks for picking up the phone. What's your dream then?
You're welcome. Well, it's about my husband, actually. It's
Okay.
my husband who has the dreams. And he tends to lose the car, the keys, the luggage in his dreams all the time. But suddenly this morning, I take him a cup of tea, which I do every morning, and he was so thankful that I'd woke him up because he'd lost himself and he couldn't get home. And I really mean, he was in a panic when I gave him the tea. And he said it felt so real that he couldn't get home from... He tried to find... He was coming home from Ireland, that was it. He was coming home from Ireland, and he couldn't get home.
That would be the Guinness, I should think, Marlene, if I know anything about it. Your thoughts, Davina?
Yeah. Again, Marlene, this is quite a common dream. I would imagine your husband, I mean, whether he's discussed it with you or not, obviously has quite a lot of stress at work. He feels out of his depth. He feels out of control. He doesn't feel, you know, maybe he's in an environment working-wise where maybe there's worries about business, things not going as well because of the current sort of economic crisis and things like that at the moment. So it's got, the emphasis has got stronger. First of all, it was just losing a few things, so maybe he felt unprepared or unable to do his job well, but now that's exacerbated because there are more financial crises around that. So do you know anything about what he's doing work-wise or what his situation
well, no,
is?
actually, he is retired now.
Right.
But the things you have said, yes, I can understand.
But is he stressed? I mean, does he hark back to work then? Like, he doesn't feel like he fits in with himself anymore. So he's, like, lost his status. Because the other meaning of that could be like he's lost his status through retirement.
Yes, I can understand that.
So it's like he's lost himself. He's lost what made him feel powerful and great in the world.
Exactly, yes. Yes, knowing my situation, I can understand that.
All right, Marlene, I'm going to leave you to think about how you might make things easier for him, and we'll take another call because time's rushing on. Amy.
Okay, next call is Jackie then, she's online 3.
Morning, Jackie.
Hi there.
Now, what's your dream? I keep hearing them laughing in my ear, which suggests that it's amusing, perhaps, in an ironic way. What's the dream?
Right. I'm sat on a horse.
Yeah.
I've had this dream since I was about 10 years old when I started riding horses, but I only did it for about a year.
OK, so...
But it's reoccurred over the years. I'm 40 now, and I'm sat on this horse, and it keeps turning around to bite my knee. And it's always the right knee.
Well, right legs are about progress in life. They're about putting your best foot forward. They're also, interestingly enough, some often relate to father and father issues, things of that nature. What do horses mean to you? Do you work with horses? Have horses played a big part in your life in any way?
Just learning, I think she said.
Oh, did she? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
She's learned for about a year.
Ah, well then so horses have now become very symbolic of you. Maybe you're learning a new skill. Maybe there's some unconscious fear around the horse there because it is quite new to you. It's quite fearful sitting high up on a horse. You may fall off, things like that. So there's a little bit of fear, a little bit of insecurity coming through that dream.
OK, there we go, Jackie. Thank you very much for that. We mentioned the clock's changing right at the beginning. Why does that affect us?
Because it just puts our whole body clock, literally. As human beings, we're very, very in tune with the cycles of time and nature and the sort of electromagnetic frequencies of the Earth. So when we move an hour like that, although it doesn't seem very much, it actually affects our body clock. So again, we get more disturbed sleep. So it tends to trigger us waking at different hours, sleeping at different patterns, and that triggers us to have more dreams. It's also a change of season. We've come out of winter's hibernation, so in a sense, as we come in, like our unconscious mind kind of wakes up and thinks, OK, there's some things maybe that you need to address here, there's some things you need to change in your life, make some differences and things like that, so it will bring those dreams to the surface.
OK, and on the subject of cheese, do you think blue cheese makes the dreams more vivid than...
No, I don't.
I'm convinced I'm onto something here, and if you've got a thought on dreams and cheese, email in. I'd like to know what you think, because I'm convinced there's something to it, but even if Davina disagrees, and anyway, that is pretty much all we've got time for today, I'm afraid. No more time for any more calls, at least. But thank you guys for ringing in. You really do make this show what it is. Bless you. And a huge thank you to you again, Davina. Fantastic, fabulous, insightful stuff once again. Brilliant. See you again very soon.
Thank you.